live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, how the group is turning mammograms into a celebration of health with food trucks, fun, and a focus on early detection.
Plus, an historic gem brought back to life after years of planning and months of renovations. We'll take you inside the beautifully restored Aledo Opera House.
And later, from a rodeo burger to specialty drinks, there's always something new at Bummer City establishments. We'll have a preview of what's on the menu this month. Welcome to Quad Cities Live on this Wednesday, October 8th. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier.
I'm Kyle Keel. With the cooler temperatures settling in, it's the perfect time of year to cozy up in the kitchen.
From pumpkin and squash to apples and cider, of course, Wallace's Garden Center is providing an opportunity to learn how to cook with the flavors of fall.
And no one brings that seasonal magic to life quite like Chef Stephanie Gotke, who joins us now right here in the QCL kitchen with all the wonderful scents in here as well. Yeah. And she's going to be at Wallace's here coming up.
I am.
To teach us how to properly use squash. And these are simple recipes.
Simple.
It's really easy to do.
You know, people used to not use squash because you get home from work and you think, I've got to roast that thing for an hour to get it soft. No longer. We've got an easy peasy way. Okay, so you take the squash, wash it thoroughly.
There it is.
Poke holes with a knife, just in the point of the knife. Put it in the microwave. Microwave it 9, 10 minutes. Then when it just starts to give, you cut it open, take the seeds out, ready to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. Why would I lie about that?
You wouldn't.
No.
Fair point. You would not.
Okay, so this is really simple. You can do this after work.
Okay.
You take the squash, you cube it up a little bit. I added a couple of tomatoes just because of that. I need some acid in this.
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't need
Balance
to
it
if you
out.
just, Boursin cheese, this stuff. This is the stuff. You're going to start with a peck of Boursin, some onions, some garlic, a lot of butternut squash cubes, and a few tomatoes. Put that in the oven or the microwave. Don't tell chef friends that we'll use the microwave. But anyway, you're going to roast it a little bit until the tomatoes give up and the squash is nice and a little bit brown around the edges. And then you're going to, whoa, there goes the oil. We're going to add a little bit of oil when we make it. We're going to pour oil over the cheese. We're going to add the onions. We're going to add the tomatoes. We're going to add the butternut squash, salt, pepper, and away you go. You put that in the oven, you get this. All right. So then when we get this, we're going to take this and we're going to stir it up. You're going to need a little bit of pasta water. See, it's a little bit dry, but you're going to smash it all together. It's still pretty, right?
It smells so good in
Even
here.
though it's smashed. And you're going to add a little bit of pasta water to make it so that it'll go like a little bit saucy. All right. Now, I always save the pasta water because you never know till you get in there how the cheese is going to break down. How much juice those tomatoes had. You got to be careful and add a little bit of pasta water. All right, so you got that all together. Then, just because we're fancy, we are, aren't we?
You got to be, right?
We're bougie here. You add a little bit of Italian herbs just because we are so bougie.
You're Italian.
Yes, and it's just going to flavor things up. You're going to want to, of course, sample it for salt and pepper, and then look at this fun pasta.
Pour it over the pasta.
Pasta is my favorite.
Is it?
It might be. Yes, it's fun.
It is
everyone
fun.
loves pasta. It's so good.
Okay, so there we go. That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
You can do that
very
after
simple.
work, no problem.
Didn't take much time at all. How long do you put it in the oven for then?
Well, if you're using the oven, you want to cook it until the tomatoes are roasted. So that could be about half an hour, 20 minutes,
Not bad.
something like that.
All right.
But if you're going to make like for 2, that's not going to take very long. And I put it in at 400 just because I want the edges of the squash to get a little bit brown. Okay, so another thing they have at Wallace's, which is really good, is apple cider. They get it from Wilson's. It's clean, it's delicious. You can boil it down. A gallon makes about 3.5 cups of boiled cider. And you can try that.
This is right here.
That's what this is.
So we
And
get to
that's
try
what I
this,
use that in, like these donuts, where you're going to want the donut to be a little...
Yeah, it tastes delicious.
And you can use that on pork.
Applesauce consistency, kind of?
Kind of a little bit like a jelly.
Yeah,
soft
we'll go
jelly.
with the jelly.
And you're going to use it like on
Very good.
pork. Delicious on
That would
pork.
be delicious.
I
That would be
actually
great.
had some ground pork the other day, which tends to be a little dry. So I added a little bit of that for a glaze on those burgers.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay, great.
These are little tiny pumpkin-like muffins.
Cute.
Wallis's has about the best garden center, or kitchen center.
Okay.
In the garden center.
And garden center.
Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah, they got it all. But you wouldn't think I'm going to buy potted plants and kitchen equipment. But they sell this wonderful silicone stuff, which I'm always afraid to do this on live TV. Will it really pop out perfectly?
If it does,
it did. Yay.
You know,
It
Julia
worked.
Child made a lot of mistakes, and people still love her, and she's dead. So I think I was okay with that.
Yikes.
Okay, so we have this kind of silicone thing. It looks like a little tiny pumpkin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not have any canned pumpkin at home, so I made it with squash.
Okay.
And the trick is, if you want it to taste like pumpkin, you're going to use pumpkin spice.
Okay.
And you put that in even a cup of coffee, you've got a really good
whole new
beverage.
coffee.
I
All
made
right. So you've also got the chili here as well with butternut squash in it.
Instead of tomatoes, I used cubed up squash.
Okay.
There you go.
So you can try that. Instead of beans, I used hominy.
Okay.
And I think people are going to like this recipe because it's a different color, but it's got that warm, chili
Very
flavor
fall
that
feel.
you're after.
That's one of my favorite things that you make.
Oh, is
It's
it?
so good.
And
It's so
also
good. Oh, yeah.
these-
The cocktail.
Because I'm from Mississippi River Distillery, we have the salted caramel
So good.
liqueur
Cheers.
with a little bit of apple cider. And now, because this sells out every year, eggnog liqueur.
Get your eggnog now.
The perfect amount of the apple in this.
You
It's
like it?
delicious.
Very
yes.
good.
Okay.
So Chef Steph is going to be at Wallace's Garden Center here for the fall workshop coming up Saturday, October 18th.
Yes.
From 1 to 3 p.m. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. in Bettendorf. Tickets are
Right.
$15, and you can register online at eventbrite.com. Chef Steph, thank you so much.
We could have spent a half hour with you.
We really
today.
could have. We got to make that happen.
Okay,
one day, right?
one day we will.
We
We'll make that
absolutely will.
happen.
We'll have a
But
special.
thank you for having me, and we'll
Yes.
see you at class, hopefully.
Yes, thank you.
absolutely. Thank you. And just ahead on Quad Cities Live, how the group's Meals and Mammos initiative is making breast cancer screenings easier and a little more delicious. That's next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so it's the perfect time to remind everyone that early detection saves lives. But the group is taking that message one step further by turning something many of us put off into a fun, community-centered experience. Joining us today are Dr. Shirley Hinshaw and certified nurse midwife Beth Carlson. Ladies, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes, and it's very pink in here, which we absolutely love. You guys have your shirts on here today, so we have just a ton to talk about. Beth, we'll start with you. So scheduling a mammogram, we were talking about this before the show started today. It's not really at the top of someone's to-do list oftentimes. Not necessarily our favorite thing to do, but you all are making it easier with some creativity. Can you tell us what you have been working on this month of October?
For this month, we're having food trucks available in the midday time, and people can just stop in. They don't have to have an appointment, and they can get their mammogram and then run out to a food truck and grab lunch and just kind of make it a little quick trip during the morning or midday.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So where did you all come up with this idea to do this?
We were trying to basically increase accessibility, and many times I'll see patients and they'll say, oh yeah, you know I got to get my mammogram scheduled. I'll get it done, Dr. Hinshaw, and I'll see them another year later and they still haven't gotten it done.
Yeah.
So really back last year is when we decided maybe we could just make it easier for patients by bringing mammograms to our office. And now we have it where basically women can just come in, schedule it with other appointments, or they can even just walk in. You don't even have to be a patient. You can just show up and get a mammogram.
Yeah.
We've actually had people who are visiting family members who are pregnant who are like, hey, you know, it's been 3 or 4 years. Can I get one?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's incredible, because it does seem like mine is scheduled, and it's like scheduled 3 months out. And like that's how they're gonna get me in the door, right? Is because they're gonna call me and go, you're coming, right? A couple days before. But it's true, if you have been putting it off for a very long time, it is hard to make that phone call, get that appointment. It's nice if you're just in the area.
Absolutely.
And you can just walk in and do it. Can you talk a little bit about why mammograms are so important, especially for some of the ladies that are, you know, in their mid-30s right now, they haven't had one yet?
So especially starting at age 40, unless you have risk factors, we should be doing mammograms once yearly. Mammograms are the gold standard for detection of breast cancer, and the earlier we detect it, the better the chances of fighting it. Women, 1 in 8 will develop breast cancer throughout their lifetime, and 1 in 43 will actually die of it. But if we can help treat it early, we can decrease that risk of having severe complications or even death from breast cancer.
Absolutely. It's an uncomfortable thing momentarily, right, you would say, but it's saved a lot of lives.
I feel like that's a lot of people's fear, like they've never had a mammogram because they're afraid of the discomfort. But for most people, it's not that uncomfortable. You know, I mean, it's like you said, maybe a couple minutes of discomfort.
It can be more awkward than it is even uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And when you really think of, you know, the technician or the medical staff that's doing it, I mean, they're not uncomfortable. This is something that they do every single day, and I think that really helps. So you've made this very fun. So every Friday through October, we can stop by the group, and you all have food trucks out there, so people can grab something to eat. So how's it been going so far? I know you held one on this past Friday, and you had a food truck out there. So how did it all go?
So far, so good, we're told. Yeah. Of course, luckily, our front office staff have done the bulk of the work, helping get patients scheduled into the back. And it's been going really well so far. It's actually been pretty seamless.
Yeah.
You know, it's been really helpful for other local businesses too, to combine with them to introduce people to those food trucks and bring them to our office.
Yeah, you've made a real sense of community out of something like this, which you wouldn't often think. It seems like such a private thing so many times, and maybe that's the issue, right? Maybe it's just like anything else. The more that we talk about it and we share in this experience, the more top of mind that it is for everybody. So as we wind down our segment today, I do want to talk about the food truck lineup too, because that might be the one thing that gets people in the parking lot and then through the door. So this Friday, Coffee and Crumb, which actually is a friend of mine, just started this one, a very popular food truck. QC Fork in the Road, there on the 17th. You see it on the screen. The 24th, Hangry Haven, a very popular one, along with, on Halloween, Schaub's Street Eats. So some very popular food trucks that you guys are going to have parked there. And is this the first year, Dr. Hinshaw, that you have done something like this?
This is the first year. We just started doing mammograms in our office November 6th of last year.
That was my birthday.
Oh,
yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Okay, so a wonderful thing that you all are doing and getting people in the door. We really appreciate you chatting with us today. Here's the information on the screen for anybody who missed part of the segment. Walk-in availability. You don't get a lot of that anymore. 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Fridays. Food trucks from 11 to 1:30. You can always make an appointment. If you're more comfortable with that, you can call the number on your screen. And as always, to visit the group on the web, head to obgyngroup.com. Ladies, thank you for being here and really for all you're doing for women in the community. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
very much. Coming up, from its rich history to its stunning renovation, the Aledo Opera House is once again opening its doors. We'll show you how this local landmark is blending historic charm with new life.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
Setting the stage for the future while honoring the past. Today we're stepping inside a cherished piece of history in Aledo, Illinois, the newly renovated Opera House. After years of planning and months of full-scale renovations, this space is once again ready to welcome guests with both its original charm and modern comforts.
This is where my wife and I grew up, and this was a special place to us and many others in the community. So just being able to take a broken thing, give it some love, and see it transformed, I think is kind of our motivation behind it all.
Well, and Nathan, you as well. You're from the area?
Yeah, for sure.
So what do you remember from your upbringing about this space?
Yeah, from age 0 up to 10, I was involved in bringing productions to life on the stage. So my family history is deeply rooted in this community and in this theater. And the thought of this not being utilized for that was, you know, sad. I always thought it'd be great if we could somehow make this still vibrant and give those opportunities to kids that grow up here.
This has been here for a very long time. Can you give us just a little bit of that history? This was not always a theater.
No, and I mean, probably constructed as some kind of support building of the railroads, but then became a roller rink. Then the community needing an opera house after theirs was kind of moved in town. That's when this got transformed to that space.
What did you see specifically about this space where you were really triggered to get started on a project that would bring people back?
We're doing some other things locally. We're trying to create jobs, trying to create spaces to live, but then there comes, well, where do people come together for entertainment, community, and that sort of thing? And with this one having that storied history, like, why can't we bring a variety of things to the community just in a space?
You've really balanced it with choosing some incredible updated touches. Can you talk a little bit about some of those changes?
When you come out to a show, like, obviously we want folks to come back. So if they're not in a comfortable environment and comfortable seat, they're not going to come back. You walk in, you still feel the old opera house feel, but it's modern too.
What can we see here on the stage? Lots of music, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So we do a lot of movies. Of course, the theater has primarily been a movie theater over its lifetime, but because this was a vaudeville performing stage for so long, it's got the full, stage apron, the crossover behind stage, both wings. It really just exists as a space that can be whatever your imagination puts towards it and whatever you're willing to put in the work to make happen.
So while we're talking about, blockbuster movies and musical acts, we're also talking about that very at-home experience. So talk about lending this space in that respect.
Illinois Main Street conducted a regional meeting here, and the high school jazz band was one of our early performances. So just having that integration with the community is so important, because that's the future of the Opera House. Like, if these kids don't make it into the Opera House and their time growing up here, they're not coming back either.
Let's talk about the Airbnb type of situation that you have. A lot of people would be surprised by that. It's incredible.
Sure.
So tell us about it and why that's something that you wanted to have here.
Well, we have 250 seats. So to bring a Class A act to the space, like, we want to spoil them. That's an amenity for artists traveling from community to community. Hey, we can stay here and just experience the Opera House that way.
What are you most excited to show off, or what are you most proud of?
I think I'm most excited about the fact that while we were redoing the building, a big focus was maintain the historical integrity and the character, but also modernize. And in a historic structure, it can be very challenging to provide accessibility. So we were able to do that while maintaining the integrity and the character of it.
There were some original end caps to the seating, circa 1904, that are cast iron. We only had like 20 some left in the mezzanine. So we're able to replicate those and put them all throughout the main floor. It became our brand logo. It just kind of talked about what we are as a space too. It's these dancing ladies, so they're dancing. They got musical instruments. They're singing. So sing, dance, entertain.
A lot of people may not realize, but you are a nonprofit organization.
That's true. This building is part of the Downtown Aledo Historic District. Having this building represented by that, it was an opportunity for us to give it a longer term, or another generation of use, like to have it in a nonprofit, so that the community can support it, outside organizations can support it, come experience it.
It's bigger than one person trying to make a profit on, a short-term investment. Like, we really just see this as being an asset to the community. So the best way to preserve that and maintain its long-term integrity is to make it something the community can sustain.
What are some upcoming events or performances?
Throughout the month of October, on Thursday nights, we're having free admission to these classic 1930s era Universal monster movies, as well as we're doing, we like to do anniversary re-releases of films. So Casper's 30 years old this year.
Oh my gosh.
We're partnering on that. I'm bringing that back. As well as we're doing Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick in late October. The 11th, we have a Lido band called the Clintstones. In November, we have Grammy-nominated bluegrass artist Rick Ferris. December, we have a dueling pianos night that is a partnership with the Aledo Main Street organization. Of course, we're going to do Christmas classics in December as well. So there's just a lot of variety here. We really like to think there's something for everybody, and just coming and experiencing it yourself, and even better, bringing a friend or two, is the best way to just enjoy the space.
The Aledo Opera House is located on 2nd Avenue right downtown. For a look at upcoming events, from movies to musical performances, visit AledoOperaHouse.com. Up next on QCL, there's plenty of new menu items to check out at Bummer City establishments this month. We are going to take a closer look and talk about a special birthday celebration.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
There is always something new going on at Bummer City businesses on both sides of the river.
Yeah, from monthly food and drink specials to different entertainment options, there's something truly for everyone to enjoy. And joining us to talk more about what's happening this month at the various hangouts is Dan Bush. Dan, thanks so much for being here today, as always.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about the little flame that we have and the marshmallows and everything, kind of put 2 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 together. But let's talk about some of the food specials. First, we want to talk about Late Rider, because those burgers I hear I have yet to try it. I got to make myself out there, and this might draw me out there for sure, because you've got the rodeo burger.
Yeah. I mean, it's got pepper jack cheese. We put bacon. We love putting fried onions on everything. So we put that on there, and then it's got what we're calling bonfire sauce. It's almost like a barbecue mayo mix. It's very, very good. Our burgers are great.
Yeah.
Come give it a try.
They're wonderful. We also have the black and blue chicken sandwich.
Yes.
That one's at Armored Gardens.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. And so that is probably my favorite feature we've had in several months. It's very, very good. If you're a blue cheese fan like I am, this is definitely one that you're going to want to try. But again, fried onions on this one too, and our own paprika spicy sauce on it.
Perfect.
It's so good.
All right, Take Cover Tiki Club over in downtown Moline. You've got a special drink for the month.
Red rum.
Well, yeah, based after The Shining. We're doing movie themes this October. So this one it's got rum, it's got a couple herbal, more botanical liqueurs in it. And then it also has, I mean, almond syrup and oat milk, and it's got kind of that red drip.
Yeah.
It's art. It looks cool to drink. It tastes great. You can try it out on our 1-year anniversary coming up this Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, Devon's complaint department. Same with Take Cover. I mean, just really creative drink options. This is the Sixth Sense.
Yes, and so this one's definitely a little different. It has whipped vodka, which almost tastes like whipped cream, egg white, but it also has sweet corn in it, which it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it absolutely does.
I mean, if it works in ice cream, it'll work in
ice cream.
It'll work in a drink too.
Yes. Okay, we want to talk about why we have an open flame in Quad Cities Live studio today. We are celebrating a birthday.
Yes.
Take Cover Tiki, as we were just talking about. I cannot believe it, but it's going to be a year.
Flew by.
The fastest year of my life. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah. So this is actually kind of part of the celebration.
Yeah, so we decided to team up with Lagomarcinos, and they're just right across the street from us on 5th Avenue. And we're going to be doing s'more kits out on our patio. So you can buy, you get 5 s'mores, the chocolates.
This is so fun.
Not only do you get Lagomarcinos chocolates, you get marshmallows made by Lagomarcinos as well.
Wonderful.
Great pairing.
And you'll be able to taste the difference. And so on our patio, we'll just have these little stations, and you can buy a tray. We'll also be doing those little tiny cannolis, maybe giving away some bubbles too. So just a way to say thank you to our awesome customers and just celebrating a 1 year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and you've got some entertainment coming next week to Late Rider.
Yeah, so one of my favorite local bands is Mountain Swallower. They used to play a lot more frequently, and I now get together only once or twice a year. So I think we're the only show in 2025. And people have been asking for live music at Late Rider, so we decided why not. It's not necessarily country, but it's going to be a really fun time, and I can't wait to see them from the mezzanine.
That is
perfect. All right, well, we'll have to have you on here soon to talk about the Augie Late Night Loop. We're actually running out of time, but Augie students, you can go from Augustana to downtown Moline and downtown Rock Island on Metrolink. For all information about everything going on at Bummer City establishments, head to their website, follow their social media. Always something going on. And Dan, as always, we appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you, and thank you all for watching.
Jeopardy's up next, followed by your local news at 4. We'll see you tomorrow.